Alright guys, second video in the Corona lockdown series. So should you host your PBX or keep it on-prem? That's the question. Let's light this firecracker. Alright, so you know that I'm all about a little knowledge goes a long way in saving. That's the entire mantra of Affordable Tech Solutions. So I hope to give you just a little bit of knowledge that will, spur you on to knowing how much that you can save throughout all this. The topic at hand is PBXs. Should you keep an on-prem PBX or hosted? What are the benefits of each? Now, I'm not going to get into bullet points. I think that if you do a search, you can find a lot of politically correct bullet points and stuff. Let me start off by saying that I'm going to probably ruffle some feathers, but I'm going to be giving information based upon my experiences. And my experiences actually kind of both begin and end with something just like this coming up. Here's a scenario calling our tech support for our hosted solution.
Thank you for calling VoIP. How can I help you?
I have a billing discrepancy.
Certainly I can help with that. What is your account number?
123XXX.
Did you say 123XXX?
Yes.
I'm having a problem locating your account. Can you tell me the business name?
Affordable Tech Solutions.
This is strange. Are you a VoIP residential customer, VoIP cloud customer, VoIP business cloud customer, or VoIP enterprise customer? Maybe you could tell me some numbers on the account.
Look, Mr. Wizard, I called needing support and I'm providing more support than I'm getting. There's something fundamentally wrong with this dynamic.
I'm sorry you experienced that.
Can you call me back when you get more news?
Of course, I'm generating a ticket for you now.
To find my account?
Yes.
Well, thank you.
It's my pleasure to serve you today.
You know, when I got acquired into this large VoIP vendor, they forced me into a migration. I was assigned a project manager. It was ridiculous. And after that, it just led into a flurry of, support calls regarding billing discrepancies. They couldn't find my account. It was a nightmare. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, now I'm off that provider. When you host your own PBX, if you want to switch from one provider to another, you just switch your SIP trunk. It literally will take you 5 minutes to just change the code of that trunk to move over to another provider. And that is the biggest benefit to it. You maintain all your contacts, all your address books, all your custom programming that you've done. You maintain that all on your own PBX. And you don't need to rely on the vendor. Now, with these hosted PBX solutions, and you have to go into their platform, you have to set up all your extensions, you have to do all this. They might help you at the beginning with some bulk import or something, but if you ever want to leave, I guarantee if you want to leave the service, you're on your own there, and you're going to have to export those contacts and export all that data and hope that, whatever provider you move to is going to support all the same information in the same format. That's the biggest problem with hosted solutions, and that's what you're not going to read in a lot of these bullet points on, lists of the benefits of each direction to go. So for me, if a provider is getting swallowed up by a larger vendor and their support begins to suck and they're, whatever the case is, I only have to go in literally in 5 minutes. Whenever my provider is ready, I can switch those trunks over and I'm on a new provider. It's that simple. That is the reason that you want to maintain your own in-house PBX solution. Now, I know what a lot of people are going to say is, well, what about support? I don't know VoIP. I'm not a specialist. Well, you don't need to be. There's a lot of solutions out there. Like I say, you don't, as far as affordability, Elastics or Asterisk, Trixbox, Free PBX, a lot of these things are great solutions for small to medium businesses, and you can set them up on a virtual machine. You don't even need to have hardware. If you're using VMware, you could do a virtual machine, or you can reclaim an old computer, set it up on there. And that's how you can save a lot of money. But at the same time, if you want the supported versions, you can buy the commercial supported versions of these and you'll be just fine. If you want just a low budget, let's say you're a small business, you got 25 extensions maybe, you can always go with a GrandStream PBX. GrandStream has a couple of models of PBX, and they are actually very user-friendly to configure, and you get the support from GrandStream, and you don't spend a lot just getting set up, and you still maintain that internal PBX, and you still get the security of being able to switch from provider to provider without fearing that vendor lock-in. These little GrandStream units are actually good. I haven't had any. They've actually been more trouble-free in my opinion. And my experience with them, they've been more trouble-free than the full-blown Elastics 2.5 systems that I've been using. So that's something to keep in mind. But that's where I would go with it. So, again, a little knowledge goes a long way. And that little knowledge you probably won't get from, like I said, you can find a bunch of bullet lists as to the benefits and cons of going each way on whether you host your in-house PBX or whether you want to go hosted. But just don't listen to the sales tactics of the hosted solutions, because like I said, I entertained some vendors, and they were just like, and I told them my feature set, and they said, well, you can do this. They never acknowledged the feature I was asking for. You can do this. They were giving me workarounds is what they were doing. And it's like, I have way too much invested. I can program endpoints so fast that, it literally takes me 5 minutes to get a phone out to somebody. And having it in-house means that all those internal connections aren't clogging up my internet bandwidth. And I'm not saying there's definitely opportunity for, the hosted solutions in temporary, conditions, that kind of stuff. Definitely, I'm not saying there's never an opportunity for that, but I am saying if you're setting up for the long haul and you want that comfort level of support and all, that's what you need to be looking at.